Welcome back to Snowrunner. We're at the farm in Black River, ready to load 2 crates of consumables for the Still River Supplies contract. After we've done loading, we're going to head north to collect the fuel carrier trailer. I'll mark out a route and we'll get going. Still River Supplies is another multi-part contract. We have to collect different supplies from around the map and deliver them to the town storage. It's a little bit dark, so we'll go into the map menu and change the time to the morning. That's better, we can see what we're doing. This episode is from the recordings that I made that had no sound. I've created my own sound effects, but obviously they're not as good as you'd get in the original. I hope that it sounds okay. Now on with the episode. As you've seen the route I'm taking on the map, I'll join you closer to the destination. We've got the fuel carrier trailer in sight. The best way to get to the town storage from here is via the drilling site. Then we can head towards the lumberyard and then on to the town. As the Fleet Star's already fully loaded, I'm going to use another vehicle to collect the wood, and I thought it would be fun to try a truck that I haven't used before, the Kodiak C70. We don't have a lot of upgrade options on this yet, but it is a heavy duty truck with high suspension as standard. We don't have any all-wheel drive options, but it does have diff lock. We'll spring for a snorkel. And we'll grab some better tyres, picking up some UAD2 ones, which cope with mud a little bit better. We'll sell the original tyres to recoup some of the cost. I'm going to go with an engine upgrade as well to help us over the rough terrain. That leaves us with 2 lower powered engines, which I'm going to sell. We're also going to need a flatbed so we can carry some cargo. Beacons and fog lights are a must because they look cool. Let's give the Kodiak a test run. I'll see you when we're a bit closer to the lumberyard. We're getting close to the lumberyard now. And I have to say, the Kodiak is fun to drive. It's handled this type of terrain really well. With the already high suspension, it is quite bouncy, and it's a lighter vehicle than I'm used to using. We'll see how well it does when it's loaded up. It looks very unusual after having double rear wheels for so long. Doesn't seem right somehow. I'll come back when we're at the town storage. Overall, the Kodiak's not a bad truck, though I think I'd avoid muddy terrain until it's upgraded a little bit. But for light duties, I think it's a great addition to the fleet. That's one stage complete. I'll move the Kodiak out of the way and we'll head back to collect the Fleet Star and the fuel carrier trailer. After recovering the Kodiak to the garage, we're back with the Fleet Star. We'll hook up this trailer and then be on our way. We'll head to the town storage, how I said earlier, via the drilling rig and the lumber yard. I wanted to come this way so I could show the route that we're going to use for the next contract. It's not a drill. For the Fleet Star and trailer, it's not that difficult. But if you remember from when we were at the factory, we've seen the trailer that we've got to pull, and it's absolutely huge. Dragging it across this terrain will be challenging, and there'll be plenty of opportunity for it to get tippy. But we'll get to that later. On to the town storage. I'll join you again when we're closer to our destination. When we arrive at the town storage, you might be wondering what happens to the fuel trailer. Once you've unloaded the consumables, the fuel trailer will just disappear, and then it will be task complete. As long as I don't make a complete mess of the turn-in. And that's Still River Supplies completed. So this is the big one. This contract is multi-part and multi-map. We've covered multi-part contracts, but this is the first time we're going to be doing multi-map. What this means is that we're going to have to visit another map to collect a piece of cargo, namely Smithfield Dam. It also has to be done in a specific order. All of the cargo needs to be delivered to the drilling site, and it's broken down into 3 phases. First, we need to collect 2 metal beams. Second, we need to travel to Smithfield Dam to collect an oil drill. And then third, we need to collect a construction trailer from the factory and bring it back to the drilling site. This contract takes a bit of planning, but I'll show you how to complete it all. So first, the metal beams. I'm currently on my way to the trailer store to the north of the town. Here I'll pick up a trailer and then come back to the town storage and collect the metal beams. While I'm there, I'll do the trailer trick, fill up with a bit of fuel so I don't have to visit the garage. I'll come back when I've got the metal beams loaded into the truck and trailer. That's the 2 metal beams loaded up. I'm going to head out of the back of the town towards the lumber mill and then out towards the drilling site. Here's the route on the map. Now you know where we're going. I'll join you when we get there. We're almost at the drop-off point. Take note the supply trailer in front of us, the yellow and red one. We're going to need that for a future contract, so just remember it's there. I'm trying to avoid most of the mud so I don't get stuck. We'll unload the cargo and move on to the second phase. For the second part, we're going to need a truck with a saddle low. We are also going to need a flatbed semi. And we know where we're going to be able to find one of those. We've got one in the town. I'll come back when I've connected up the trailer. Now we've got the trailer, we can head towards Smithfield Dam. You might be wondering why I've decided to use the GMC MH9500. In my other playthroughs, I really didn't use this truck very much, so I wanted to take the opportunity to show off what it can do. Yes, it doesn't have all-wheel drive and diff lock, but it makes up for that with enormous pulling power. This is quite a powerful truck. We've also got the flatbed trailer. The oil rig will take up 5 slots of cargo space. There are other trailers you can use, but I like to use this one. I'll cut away here and we'll join back up when we've arrived in Smithfield Dam. There is another way we could have got to Smithfield Dam, but I wanted to use this trailer rather than purchase another one. If you've watched my previous videos, you'll know we've already opened the garage and the service hub in Smithfield Dam. So I'll come back when we've got to the service hub. So we're collecting the oil rig from the service hub in Smithfield Dam. This is the area where we need to load it on. As you can see from the cargo loading screen, it says to load it onto the loading platform. Make sure you change it to load onto the trailer. And now we have an oil rig drill, all loaded. The terrain's pretty smooth here. So what I'll do is I'll cut away and come back when we get back to Black River. So I'm going to mark out a route to our destination. I'm trying a new way, as I usually go via the town and the lumber mill. We'll see how the MH9500 gets on. I'll quickly change the time to morning. As this is quite a distance, we'll go into overdrive and join back up when we reach our destination. I think the 9500 did really well, and that's the oil rig drill delivered. That's the second stage complete. Now on to the third. I'm going to use the fleet staff for this last phase. We're also going to need a high saddle so we can pull the construction trailer. I'll have to go back to the garage and then make my way to the factory. Through the power of editing, you won't need to see all of that. So I'll join you at the factory. We now have the Fleet Star configured with a high saddle. So it's now time to connect up the construction trailer and take it to the drilling site. Connecting something this big always worries me a little bit. It just looks like it shouldn't work. Oh yeah, watch that suspension compress. The construction trailer is quite big with overhangs on the side. There's also these lights sticking up in the air. Don't worry about them too much, they don't seem to have physical damage modelled. We'll give the trailer a quick pull, make sure everything's okay. And now we'll plan out our route. This is quite a long, windy route, and you'll notice there is a shortcut along the way, though I wouldn't suggest that you take it. There is the bridge to contend with, and even though it seems like the trailer won't fit through it because of the lights, don't worry, the trailer does fit through the bridge. This is the longest trailer that we've pulled so far. It's also the widest. Just keep an eye on where your trailer wheels are and you should be fine. I'm going to hit overdrive here just to speed things up a little bit, but we'll stop before we reach the bridge. This is the bridge that looks too low for the lights to go under, but as you'll see, it's not really a problem, as there is plenty of clearance. I'll switch overdrive back on and join you a bit closer to the drilling site. With the evening drawing in and the contract almost complete, I managed to throw myself one more curveball. Trying to avoid the deepest mud, I managed to beach the trailer on a raised patch of ground. One of the ways to use the winch we haven't touched on yet. You can use it with trailers. This can really help you get out of sticky situations, or just situations that you manage to get yourself into. Just remember to release it before it tips your trailer over. I'll just have to go round the muddy way. That's contract complete, and we've reached rank 7. That's the end of this episode. I hope you join me for part 21, where normal service will resume, now that I've sorted out my recording problem. Take care, and bye for now.